evening and welcome to the Gardner Dickinson Class of 2019 8th grade graduation. It's my pleasure to host tonight's festivities. We'd like to begin tonight with the singing of the Star Spangled Banner performed by our select choir. May I ask you to please stand? And our select choir can join us please to the microphone. We have one more encore performance from our select choir. Here's just our 8th graders singing Home Down. one more round of applause for our select choir. That was our 7th and 8th grade first fall by our 8th graders. Welcome director Mr. John Roy. There's also our sisters coming in. Thank you. Also another round of applause, please, as you heard the music coming in from our band members joining us. Thank you so much for the director, Mr. Moore. And to the 7th graders for being with us. Good evening, Garden Dickinson community. It is my most sincere pleasure to welcome you to tonight's graduation of the Gardner Dickinson class of 2019. I may ask again, how about one of the first of many rounds of applause for this wonderful group of students, 33 of us right before us. While this is technically our second graduation on our new stage and in our refurbished gymnasium, I'd like to think that it still remains a first in that this group not only saw the completion of the capital project, but actually had the chance to use the facilities, including our new classrooms. Sorry, 8th graders, while attempting, we decided to not give you those new lockers and keep those out of service this year, and we owe you one for that, so thank you. As the 8th grade class, I had the privilege of knowing you since we were 5th graders, which meant I was able to watch you transition from elementary to middle school, from desks to locker bays, from being in one room to rotating classes every 42 minutes, from Lego Club to dominating the performing arts and starting on our athletic teams. You changed, you grew. But one thing that was always the same, your hearts, your kindness, and no matter what, you were always, always nice people, even on those days when it could be difficult to be nice. It's always interesting to me how each cohort has its own clear definition. Though many of you joined the class of 2019 in the past 4 years, there's not one of you I would not say is new to GD. You came here and immediately were embraced as part of the GD community, one of the many traits that make our school so special. Our doors and arms are perpetually open. In the lifespan of less than an hour, you will cross this stage to receive your certificate and, with that, will now make your next big transition in your life to high school. While we certainly have discussed all the changes you can expect in high school, probably to a point where you feel like you've already been there, that is not what I'd like to really discuss this evening. As again, while this is a next big step in your life, it will be not the only one, and one of many. College, career, family, all those milestones are waiting for you outside of 25 East Avenue, and you will be ready for each one. If you're nervous or feel a bit sad this evening, please know you're not the only ones on this stage who feel like this. I personally hate goodbyes. But a nervous, sad goodbye also shows you did your job in making GD your home. To quote the very famous Theodore Geisel or Dr. Seuss, don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened. The world is ready for you, and as we watch you pull away this evening, we are smiling but sad inside to watch such a fine group of people leave us. But remember, now and always, GD is your forever home. I mentioned earlier in my comments that each cohort has a different way of defining itself. While the 33 of you will scatter to 5 different high schools, the spirit of GD will remain in each and every one of you. And with this transition, you have one challenge: to make your mark on the new world. While I recognize my taste in music will differ greatly in what the 33 students behind me would say is good, I know that from our 8-hour bus ride to GC, in which I heard some sampling, one of my favorite performers embarked on a 3-year retirement tour this year, visiting Albany for one of his farewell Yellow Brick Road shows. If any of the audience were in those seats, I'm sure it was quite an experience. I'm quite jealous. For those who have simply heard of Elton John, I don't think anyone could argue that his contribution to music hasn't been iconic. For 40 years of songs that can be found on the proverbial radio dial at any given time, to his role in creating some of our favorite Disney movie soundtracks, Elton John and his music could be synonyms. I recently watched a VH1 special in which they attempted to determine his 12 most influential songs. A difficult feat for a man who has written with his lyricist over 200 numbers. The list counted down from 12 and contained many hits that would definitely be recognizable to those of all ages. But after all the suspense, the number one song, the answer was Your Song. A song written in 1971 that compared to many other of his songs featured very few instruments and was originally meant to be a B soundtrack. For those who actually remember vinyl, the B side was meant to be the less popular on the album, but used to fill space instead. 48 years later, after its first release, it's been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame and hosts of many other accolades. There is a reason for this brief history of rock lesson. If I can ask you to kindly turn your attention to our big screen, I'd like to show you an ad that was published this past holiday season, you might have seen, intertwining your song with Elton John's illustrious career and formal farewell to music. So I'd like to kindly ask you to just join with me a little journey, a quick little video clip I'd like to show you. It really reminded me of the spirit of what makes you the class of 2019. We're going to pause 1 second. We'll take this moment to thank Mr. DeSoto, who's behind stage. It's not a stage hand, it's not a stint with things. We know our projector's working. If you recall last year, we couldn't get our projector working. Now it's just making sure our laptop's working. We'll be in great shape. This is actually part of the speech, so actually this is a great bit for a commercial, if you don't mind. I'd like to also thank Mrs. Spazioli. Our second health deputy. It's also marketing for our 8th grade elected. 7th graders next year, you too can be a part of this. Health desk, no pressure, but grades haven't been published yet, so here we go. In all seriousness, though, actually, if you don't mind, a round of applause for Mrs. Spazioli, who is also behind stage and who organizes all the things before you, from our separations, to our awards today, and everything has to be so active. I give this thing we're almost there, but that's okay. Well, if I may say, help desk again. How about a round of applause for help desk? Actually, making the effort, jumping up, these 8th graders for hours to get into the way to graduation. And that's okay. Actually, if I had to pick one thing not to work tonight, I'd take the video clip. Okay? So I'm glad the slideshow works, that's all that matters for us. Although no pressure, the slideshow better work now. So anyway, the clip I wanted to show you was actually a commercial that came out that really was capturing Elton John's, the message of the song. And the ad concludes, and basically it's the song you heard in the background, your song, if you're familiar with it, it's a piano interlude. But it concludes that there was a winter ad. It concluded with the idea that some gifts are more than just a gift. But I took a different interpretation of it. His famous recording, tours, and success, it all begins for everyone at the same time with one note. One single musical note, which then cascades into other notes, and before you know it, you have a masterpiece. The masterpiece doesn't have to be a song or a painting or even something famous. It's anything you will be proud of. It's something that makes you the special person that you are. One note, class of 2019. Where that note goes and where that note can go is up to you. Class of 2019, I challenge you in your next and all future endeavors to make that note and mark wherever you go. and make that note something you and the world can be proud of. Something that represents the best of you, as we have known that at Gardner Dickinson. And that note does not have to be monumental. That first note could simply be saying hello to someone that seems to be lonely, or checking in on someone who looks like they could be in need of a helping hand. Maybe it's trying a new activity for you, or something you wouldn't otherwise have thought of exploring, or pushing yourself to go above and beyond to show a coach you're ready to play. Make your note and mark on the new canvas in your high school. No matter how small or inconsequential those notes mean something. You mean the world to us. I know you will to everyone you meet. At this point, now the beautiful part of technology is that while it might fail, humans cannot fail this one. So this part I'd like to ask my lovely stage assistants, if you could. I always have a tradition of giving a class gift, so if I may ask my wonderful stage assistants. On cue is perfect, thank you. So class of 2019, I'd like to present you with something. Rather than having you go under your chairs like I've done in previous years, I'd like to present you with something that captures everything. It's a piano key. And on it says, how wonderful life is with you in the world. Go make your note. Even the most expensive of pianos is useless without each of its 88 keys. That one note, that most basic part of a piano, is crucial to that piano making great music. Everything and everyone starts with one defined note. Take this note with you as a reminder to make your note and make you proud of your future endeavors. You certainly made your note with us, and we remember you always. Tonight is your night. It's your song, and leaving your note and mark in this world can be quite simple, and as long as it's yours, and as long as it's done. Class of 2019, I thank you for letting me put down into words this evening how wonderful life is at Gardner Dickinson with you in our world. From the bottom of our hearts, we love you deeply. Go forth and make us proud, and always you, and always, always be you. Congratulations, class of 2019. Here was our video.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but wherever I live, I buy a new hospital and goes to live. I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions and travel in a shoe. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Tell everybody this is a song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world.
Class of 19, thank you for making me know that. Thank you. At this point, we will move forward with the presentation of our awards. I'd like to welcome all of our dignitaries that are in our audience. If I may also notice on stage, we have Mrs. Murphy, Dr. Yotis, and our board members, Mrs. Kathy Castle and Cousin Andrew Lennison. We also have our representative audience over here. Thanks so much for joining us to present these awards and for sponsoring me. Our first award is the Dr. Colleen M. Fennell Arts and Education Award. The recipient of the Dr. Colleen Fennell Arts and Education Award is presented to Cooper Murray. I'd like to now invite Ms. Janice Kerwin up from the Wynnesville Fire Department Ladies Auxiliary to present the Achievement for Excellence in Art, Achievement for Excellence Award and the Elsie Berg Memorial Award to volunteers. Thank you for joining us.
Excellent Award is given to the student who has carried an average of over 96 for their 8th grade year. The student chosen to receive the Achievement for Excellent Award for the class of 2019 is Marissa Crozier. The Elsie Burt Memorial Award for volunteerism. This award is presented to the graduating student who portrays the qualities that Elsie Burt, a role model for the community in the town of North Cambridge. This year, we received 2 applications that were both outstanding and too difficult to choose. It is my honor to present the Elsie Burt Memorial Award, she's my grandmother, to the following students: Emma Louie. And Cooper Murray.
President of the Wynnesville Fire Department. On behalf of the membership, I have the honor of presenting the Chris Pelcher Creative Writing Award. Writing is a skill that is highly valued in today's world. The true writer develops that skill with artistic flair. This year's class had many fine writers, but one was chosen whose words were poignant and passionate. Creative Writing Award goes to Isabel Martin. Congratulations to Isabella, and I'd like to wish all the graduates the best of luck as you move on to high school, and congratulations. Man, I hope that doesn't happen in Vegas.
Hello all, my name is Keith Bateman, physical education, health education teacher here. Yeah, that's better. I've given this award out to a student that not every day you find. By all, this person just has it all. And by all, I mean the athleticism, great character, the right attitude, the work ethic, the drive to be the best, the ability to motivate and make everybody around her better. The list could go on and on. When you know you have sheer talent, it's easy to become complacent. As a coach, I've seen many athletes fall victim to complacency. To feel as if they're too good to work hard in order to achieve their goals. But there's a huge difference, I believe, in having your head in the sky and believing you're a star, and humbly having your feet on the ground in order to reach for them. The student came up to me in class one time, and it was pretty interesting. It's just something you don't see every day, from somebody who's immature, And you say, Coach, some people tell me that, it must be nice to just have pure talent. It makes me upset when people say that, because I really work hard. I think you can learn something from that because, I told her, kid, those are the people who end up making excuses later on down the road and who don't achieve as much as they really want to in life. And, this person also runs just about 3 miles a day and tracks her time. I mean, what kid do you know that tracks her time and wants to get better? I mean, that takes something inside that not a lot of people have. And this is what separates her from the competition. No matter the situation, she takes advantage to push herself in order to become a better student, better athlete, more importantly, a better person. This young woman is the definition of what it takes to be successful. Not because of what she does when people are watching, but it's the work that she does when people are not. It was an honor and a blessing to be a teacher this year. I'm beyond excited to see what the future holds for her. But if I can say one thing is for certain, there's a lot of successes and accomplishments coming into her future. This is why it gives me great pleasure to announce this year's 2019 Physical Education Award to Cooper Burke.
Buenas noches. Me llamo Lisa Hencock y soy la profesora de español. Este año tenemos un premio muy especial porque creo que entre nosotros hemos aprendido mucho. Soy muy orgullosa de un estudiante tan formidable y fenomenal y se llama Leonardo Commencement.
Good evening. I'm Jack Rogers. This is Corey Meyer, my granddaughter. Tonight, we're giving the award Character through Athletics and Education. This award is given in memory of my daughter, Jody Rogers Acotz. This is the 18th year this award has been given to a Gardner Dickinson student. The award is given annually to a student who, through athletics and education, demonstrates that the character of a person is important. The award is given to a student who exhibits the following: is a positive role model, they are caring and responsible, they show respect for themselves and others, they have significant academic achievements, and they demonstrate good sportsmanship. all of which Jody exhibited. Education and athletics were important to Jody, and she excelled in both. Gardner Dickinson was always a very special place to Jody. She coached softball and cheerleading here at Gardner Dickinson. She was a substitute teacher here, and she met her husband Keith Acots here. Jody was a catcher and a captain on her college softball team. She went on to be a first grade teacher at School 14 in Troy. Jody always did her best in the classroom and on the softball field. This year's recipient has also had many accomplishments in the classroom and on the softball field. We are proud to announce this year's recipient, Marissa Crozier.
Social Studies Award. The student who earns a Social Studies Award is the one who knows a keen interest in the subject, that he has mastered the concepts and the ability to express them, as well as maintaining an honor level grade. This year's Social Studies Award is given to Kaya George.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Hoffman. I'm Vice Chair of the Rensselaer County Legislature and also a town board member for the town of North Greenbush. I can't believe 9 years ago, I was sitting here, like you parents, as my daughter was graduating from Gardner Dickinson. And then a couple of years after that, my son Raymond graduated. This school holds obviously the same as you know, quite close to my heart. My kids did very, very well here, and it really did prepare them to excel in high school. And I have to say a lot of it is because of the faculty here, and a lot of my kids, teachers are still here. And I want to thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart, because if it wasn't for you and the dedication, tonight's Math Award. The Math Award is presented to a student who has an excellent aptitude for mathematics, above average work habits, a positive attitude, and a willingness to help others achieve success in mathematics. This student also possesses a strong sense of personal responsibility for his own learning. This year's Mathematics Award is presented to Christian Kim.
Art Award is given to the student with high studio grades, consistently good work habits, creative ideas at every subject, and cooperative attitude in the studio environment. This combination will surely guarantee success wherever a student's final career path leads. This year's Art Award is presented to Lauren Schubeck.
The Music Award is presented to an outstanding young musician who exhibits exceptional achievement in music, shows a continuous quest for musical knowledge while exhibiting motivation, enthusiasm, and a positive attitude, leadership, and responsibility. This year's music award is presented to Paige Franklin.
The recipient of the English Language Arts Award demonstrated commitment and dedication to the study of the English language throughout the 7th and 8th grade. This year's English Language Arts Award goes to Marissa Crozier.
The Science Award this year is presented to a student who not only exhibits excellence in her studies, but also displays a profound interest and love of science. Their timely completion of assignments and mastery of both lab skills and course content have proved this student deserving of this award. The recipient of the Science Award is Ryan Strang.
The next awards are going to be given on behalf of SEPTA, the Special Education PTA. The first is the SEPTA Inclusion Award. This award is given to a student who has consistently shown support, encouragement, compassion, and friendship towards students with special needs. He or she promotes inclusion and acceptance of all students with special needs at Gardner-Dickinson. This year, the award goes to Tyler Quinn. The next is the SEPTA Perseverance Award. This award is given to a student who has worked diligently to overcome their disability. Their hard work and perseverance has clearly attributed to their ultimate success here at Gardner-Dickinson. This year, the award goes to Sarah Geiser.
At this time, I would like to present the School Systems Federal Credit Union Award. This award is for a student that best exemplifies the qualities associated with community service. This student has, throughout his career at Gardner-Dickinson, set an excellent example for others to follow. With great pleasure, I would like to present this award. And I fooled you with the pronoun being wrong, but this award is for Murray.
Okay, next I'd like to present the Colleen Zonich Memorial Award. This award is given to a girl or boy who best exemplifies the qualities of loyalty to our school and community. This student is organized in his or her daily activities and displays a positive attitude and a strong work ethic. This year's Colleen P. Zonich Memorial Award goes to Michael Zakarka.
Good evening. On behalf of Attorney General Letitia James, it's my honor to be here tonight to present the Attorney General's Triple C Award. The Triple C Award is given to New York State's hardworking students who demonstrate courage, commitment, and character in their school and their community. This year, we have two Triple Cs to present, and this very prestigious award goes to Teresa Crawford. And the second Triple C award goes to Matthew Blaisdell. Good evening. My name is Alicia Obamswin, and this is my daughter, Alyssa. Lots of great memories in these hallways. I myself grew up at the bottom of the hill and graduated from here, and my 3 children walked through these hallways also and graduated from here. My husband, John, served 9 years on the school board, and during that time, there were lots of changes. One that he was very proud of was the addition where the library stands today. As president, he took great pride in presenting diplomas to the students at graduation, especially when it came time for his own kids to cross that stage. While serving on the board, John also volunteered at the Winneskill Fire Department for over 22 years, 6 of them as chief. He considered it an honor and privilege to serve the Winneskill community, and that service will never be forgotten. This award is given to the 8th grade student who exemplifies service and dedication to the school and community. This year's award goes to Ryan Strang.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andy Lannisky. I'm the current president of the Board of Education here in Winneskill. Each year, the Board of Education bestows an award to one graduate that demonstrates determination and effort. This year's recipient has demonstrated these qualities and contributes to her own personal success. This year's award is presented to Cooper Murray.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our award recipients tonight. And there's more coming up. Then we invite our first co-salutatory address to address Edie to join the podium. I'd like to also point out, as was mentioned in some of the speeches, the tremendous amount of dedication of our faculty and staff that are here. So if I could ask kindly, they are located, of course, mainly these bleachers, but I think there's more in the audience as well. Could any faculty or staff member of Garnix please stand up and have a round of applause for them for being here tonight, and also the students. We have our group over here. I know we have some other over here in the audience. Thank you back here as well. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for possible. I'd like to invite Leonardo Clemente up to deliver his closing address.
Dr. Reardon, Dr. Yotis, faculty, family, guests, and especially my fellow classmates, it is my pleasure to speak to all of you on behalf of the graduating class of 2019. Thank you to everyone who is here today, sharing this very memorable day in our lives, to witness one of the final chapters of our childhood as we go on to take the next step in our lives. I could sit here all day, thanking everyone who has helped us or guided us through our journey. Instead, I would like to simply acknowledge that without their dedication and commitment, we wouldn't have gotten through the bumps and rough benches that came along on this path. It was 7 years ago when I asked why we had the year 2019 in our computer logins. When I was told it was the year we would be graduating from middle school, I thought to myself, we have a very long road ahead. To us, 2019 sounded like a mythical number, like it would take ages to get to it. But today, that mythical date has arrived. For some the journey was simple, for others a little more challenging. Yet we all made it. Some of us may have needed to have a few pieces stitched back on or back together, but everyone is whole and doing well. Gardner Dickinson has been a great place to grow, to learn, and to make friends. To think that our teachers and school personnel have known most of us since we were little kids makes me realize that Gardner Dickinson was more than a school. Gardner Dickinson has been our second home. In a way, our teachers have been our second parents, and our classmates have been like siblings. The majority of us have been here since kindergarten. Some have known each other since before then. Some are close to each other, but the majority of us are very close. Not everything was always harmonious. We had our problems amongst each other, whether in gym class, recess, projects, or even homework. We would talk for a few hours or even a day or two, but afterwards we would get over it and it would feel like it never happened. Over the years, we have seen each other grow, and although we have grown together, each of us have experienced different things that have made us who we are. So here we are, about to split our lives into 5 different directions, leading us down 33 different paths. Each of us will face new challenges and new opportunities through those different paths. We will use the experience and skills we have acquired here at GD to help us get through those challenges. And now, we are moving on in life, in a new school, and we will be making new friends. Even though we might not all still be close in the future, we will always have each other's backs. As our lives will begin to separate, we couldn't be any closer. Through the memories we share, the tiny town we live in, the small school we attended, it all brings us together. Next fall, we will be going to different schools. We will have different schedules. Some will be on the bus at 6 in the morning, others at 7:30. Some of us will be separated by miles, but we will always remember our GD years. School concerts, sports, field trips, that crazy cowboy in Washington, D.C. We will always remember the little things. We will always remember the small school on top of the hill that we call GD. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Leo. I'd like to invite Lauren Schubeck to the podium. Give her a close to Victoria Nivelle.
Writing this speech wasn't easy. Each day I'd sit down and try to think of ideas, which became quite frustrating. I thought about writing how I shouldn't be writing a speech, but my mom quickly protested that. So I guess I will start with thank you. Thank you to all my teachers for teaching me new techniques and learning skills. Thank you to my parents for taking time out of your day to drop off my trumpet 2 periods before band class. But most of all, thank you to my friends for putting up with me for these 9 long years. It's because of you guys that I have the motivation to go to school every day. Like I mentioned earlier, 9 years is an extremely long time. Each day we walked out of the same hall with the same faces. Each and every one of us have become so close, and now we are going our separate ways. We will go on to make new friends and schoolmates, but we will never forget our GD family. We have made so many memories at GD. We're also social studies teachers challenge students to dance battles, and math teachers play bowling in the soccer game. Looking back at all the ridiculous fights between close friends over math projects still make us laugh and just prove how strong our friendships really are. As we move on to high school, I'm looking forward to not only making new friends, but keeping all the great friendships I already have. No matter how many times we say we can't wait to leave, I know we all secretly will truly miss GD. I want to wish everyone good luck as we move on. Congratulations, class of 2000.
Superb job, Lauren. Thank you. So I'd like to invite Mrs. Kaylee Malone, who is one of our class advisors, to deliver our honors recipients.
I will be presenting the awards for the honor roll. The first one is awarded to Teresa Crawford. Next, we have Cassidy Duda. William Eccles.
Stella Marty. Joseph Paratino. Tyler Quinn. Philip Ryan. Anthony Sano. And Ryan Tarian.
Those students who achieved high honor roll this quarter: Matthew Blaisdell, Leonardo Clemente, Marissa Crozier, Lauren Schubeck, Kaya George, Christian Kim, Cooper Murray, Ryan Strang, and Michael Zakarka. Congratulations.
It's my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian of the class of 2019, Mr. Ryan Strang.
Hi, how's everybody doing tonight? You know, most people say imagine the audience in their underwear is supposed to make you feel less nervous. I'm just uncomfortable right now, especially when my teachers do. Well, welcome parents, teachers, staff, members of the board, hi Dad, and of course my friends in the graduating class of 2019. Well guys, we made it. Here we are. 9 years ago we walked into the building, 2 foot 6 inches tall, wearing a whopping size 1 shoe, and of course the legendary Ninja Turtle or Barbie hat. We thought school was so much fun back then. Little did we know, 6 months later we would have a totally different view. Well, fast forward a few years to 5th grade, where we were the kings of the upstairs. Huge deal. Hold on 1 second. During this year, we had our first big field trip to the Statue of Liberty. Lots of fun, especially when your chaperone is scared of heights and freaks out with the pedestal. Love you, Mom. Next, we were 6th graders, the year where we finally got a locker. Some people took it as a place to store school supplies, while others took it as a second home. Shout out to all future middle schoolers, never leave food in your locker. And now, here we are, 8th graders, the big year. Kings of the whole school, not just the upstairs. During the school year, we got to go to Washington, D.C., which translates to having a bit of free reign. Staying up late and then waking up early, I'm sure you can guess which one was more fun, but it was an amazing experience. Now back to this year. This year we had an exceptional year of extracurricular activities. To start, the boys' sports teams won the rest of the season in baseball and basketball. But then we got a few wins in soccer, which is good. On the contrary, the girls went undefeated in softball, had 1 loss in basketball, and 2 in soccer. Then for our club, this school sent Nazi and my team to the state finals after winning first place in the Region 4 competition. It's a huge accomplishment. And now everybody's graduating, I hope. So as I look around the stage at my classmates and the memories that I'll have forever, hey guys, I have no doubt that this class will go far in life based on the 9 years I've been with them. I hope you enjoyed my speech, and if not, I hope you had a great nap. All right.
Nice job, Brian. Thank you. Without direct your attention actually back to the screen, one of our favorite parts before you do the formal presentation of our diplomas is the then and now photos. So again, many of you referenced in your speeches what it was like to come in 2'6". Here's some photos of that actually. Here's our then and now.
I can remember when you fit them all night. You felt so good. You're bigger than a man. How it
present the diplomas for the class of 2019. Presented by Mrs. Murphy, Dr. Yotis, and President Andrew Lancy. Also want to point out, actually, if you wouldn't mind, another round of applause for Mr. McCord, who's here actually recording us Facebook Live and also taking our photos. So not to sneak in, presenting to be left again above and beyond. So those photos will be available on our Facebook page and our website, our Facebook page, for you to download as well. So thank you. Mrs. Murphy.
All right, Matthew Lewis Blaisdell. Jonah Richard Carroll. Leonardo Clemenzi. Aiden Collins McNeil. Teresa Rose Crawford. Marissa Allison Crozier. Lauren Nicole Schubeck. Joseph Robert Demarest. Samuel George Demarest. Cassidy Marie Duda. Makai Amir Marquise. William Eccles. Paige Elizabeth Franklin. Ethan Fries. Sarah Beth Geiser. Kaya Ann George. Emma Galuli. Kylie Elizabeth Green. Riley William Killian. Christian Joseph Kim. Isabella Grace Marty. Samuel Matthew McCrae. Cooper Josephine Murray. Joseph Augustino Paratino. Mia John Karate. Tyler Jacob Quinn.
Samantha Maria Winship. Michael Edward Zakarka.
Another huge round of applause for the class of 2019. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. And class, if I may say, this afternoon we had our walkthrough. A lot of you were getting upset, and I said, oh, we have a few more hours, but the time has come. Officially announce you graduates of Gardner Dickinson. Once again, you always have a home here. Remember, make your note. But I'm proud to present you officially for the first time the graduating class of 2019, the Wine and Skill University School District, Gardner Dickinson School. Thank you. Thank you very much. Class of 2019.